All right. Hello, everybody, and what a great day to be in Eastern Kentucky. Brittany, Will, and Lila and I have got the whole family here today. Just came from Jenny Wiley, where we had just about the biggest Christmas that you could imagine for our flood survivors and their children. Let me tell you, there were a lot of smiling faces, and I'm so proud of the First Lady for once again organizing an incredible toy drive to benefit our kiddos. So now we stand here in Knott County with a great Christmas present to announce and good news for all of those who call Eastern Kentucky home. It has been a challenging year, to say the least. At the end of July, Eastern Kentucky was hit by the deadliest, most devastating flooding in our lifetimes. We lost 43 Kentuckians, each one a child of God, missed by their families and their entire communities. That day, we made a promise. All of us up here made a promise that we would stand with these communities, that we would work in these communities until every structure and every life is rebuilt. And you know what? That's not enough. Until we provide more prosperity to the whole region, especially those that have gone through the worst. We're keeping that promise today. So far, when we look at this response, just a couple of numbers. FEMA's provided $183.3 million for individual and household assistance, housing grants, and other needs. Through a nonpartisan special session, thank you, Representative Blanton and your colleagues, we've established a $212.7 million Eastern Kentucky Safe Fund. To date, we've raised over $12.4 million through the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund, with over 41,000 individuals and businesses having donated. That means more than $408 million has come into this region or is available to it over just the past 5 months, and that doesn't include dollars raised and provided by amazing local and national charities. We are grateful for all of that work. And today, we're continuing this work. It is our duty as Kentuckians and as people of faith and values to lift up our neighbors when they're knocked down. But today, we're announcing a step that does a lot more than that. One that will pave the way for homes to be rebuilt, but also to set the stage for future growth and prosperity. In both housing and economic development, Eastern Kentucky has suffered far too long from a lack of flat, developable land. So today, I'm thrilled to announce our plan for long-term recovery that helps lift our neighbors up while securing more usable flat land for future opportunities. This is a vision that includes a lot. And if you all will, can you turn around those corkboards? I tell you what, will you all just hold them in front of you so we can see them? This vision includes a lot. It starts with new homes. It adds a community center. What a better place to consider building a school. And how about we build it with upgraded infrastructure that doesn't just help new neighborhoods, but helps communities where especially water systems have been too taxed for far too long. Finally, it provides the opportunity for future economic investments and growth, not just in one community, but in multiple areas that were hit by that flooding. Here is the prototype of the initial build. This site is going to be located right here in Knott County. The site is in the community of Talcum, just near the Perry County line. And this is the first of several locations that we've been working with, but the first one that has come to fruition close enough to make this announcement. The state is currently evaluating properties in 4 counties, Perry, Knott, Letcher, and Breathitt. These counties account for about 75% of the homes lost to flood damage. We're looking at a lot of great ideas for this Knott County location. Ideas that include small and medium and large lots for homes, senior apartments, parks, and recreation space for our families. We hope maybe even an elementary school, all surrounded by wooded areas so we don't lose that great outdoor space. It is an incredible property, one that offers hope to this region and to our families. And it's made possible by the kindness of Sean and Tammy Adams. They are conveying an additional 75 acres on which we will start building our future. There will be an additional acreage available to the state, up to a total of nearly 300 acres for us to potentially develop. And Sean and Tammy have even suggested a name, the Olive Branch Community. It's in Knott County, but it's close to our hardest hit communities. Sean, Tammy, thank you. Can we Sean, Tammy, thank you. Can we Here is the best news yet. We expect to begin working on this property, the utilities and others, in early 2023. That's just months away. It's going to take time because we want to build it right. We're going to have to improve water treatment facilities and build roads and utilities, but our families deserve the very best. They deserve to have clean, safe drinking water the moment they move in and a safe road to drive to and from school or work or church. This type of infrastructure investment, though, is going to be done in a way that's going to be a huge investment in the area. It's going to help our families while also attracting good jobs. And that's exciting because we want our people that have survived this not to just survive, but to thrive, to have opportunities maybe that weren't here before the flood. But after going through that much trauma, I think our people deserve the very best. With all the economic development that we are seeing all across Kentucky, it's time we get more in this part of eastern Kentucky, and this plan is going to help us do just that. Now, as you can imagine, we've learned a little bit from our efforts in the West following the December 2021 tornadoes. We learned the values of partnership, especially with those in local nonprofit building. We've seen how they've constructed energy-efficient homes and how they can leverage so many groups to work together. So we're going to be working with everybody. FEMA will be a partner in their housing operation. Habitat for Humanity and others that are here. Anybody who wants to help us build on this site, give us a call. If you're willing to do what these charities do so well, we would love to have even more organizations working all at one time to get as many people under roof as quickly but as safely as possible. And we have our first announcement to fuel these efforts. Today's announcement in what will help some of the first building on the site is we'll be committing $600,000 from the Team Eastern Kentucky Flood Relief Fund to build 8 new homes in partnership with the Housing Development Alliance and Homes, Inc. So if Scott McReynolds, Executive Director of the Housing Development Alliance, Inc., would like to join us to say a few words about that initial project. Scott?
Thank you, Governor. And I want to say thank you, too, for your vision. It's great to hear you say things like more prosperity. We've said all along that we want to get this recovery right. We do not want to settle for just a box, which is what somebody said. We just need boxes to get people in boxes. We want them to have high-quality, long-lasting, energy-efficient homes. So it's great to have your leadership share that vision. We are super excited at the Housing Development Alliance to be part of this. So this money will actually get spent before. While you're building roads and water for this, we're going to be building houses on sites that we already have. So we'll be coming back for you for a little extra money for the next one. But hopefully that will work. You know, the need is tremendous, but the response and the generosity of the community has been overwhelming. So we just really appreciate all the donors to the Team East Kentucky Fund, all the support we've gotten. The community leaders they've worked tirelessly for this. So thank you very much for everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have one more announcement for today. We realize that new homes are incredibly important for those that are in the floodplain, that if we rebuilt there would be in danger. We know that they are necessary. But we know there are some folks outside the floodplain that sustain significant damage, and we want to be a good partner in helping to repair homes that people can move back into. So today we're announcing the state is partnering with the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky to help flood survivors with home repairs. We know that while people are thankful they didn't fully lose their home, it doesn't mean it's habitable or safe without some more work. So it gives me great pride to say that we will be, thanks to the Relief Fund, dedicating $200,000 in matching funds to a grant from Eckstein Foundation for Appalachian Service Project. The total investment of this build will be $800,000. That'll repair 80 homes in the region. This opportunity comes via a source that I know many opportunities in this region comes from, and how good work often gets done. That's Jerry Roll, Executive Director of the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky. Would you like to join us to say a few words?
Thank you, Governor. Thank you so much. Wow. Good work gets done because of this place and this community and this region where we all live and love and take care of one another. This has tested our spirit, it's tested our resolve, but we're a match for it. We will win this battle. There have been testy moments between all of us, and there probably will be more. But this announcement today is a real demonstration of what's possible when we are all on the same team. The foundation received this gift of $400,000 from the Eckstein Foundation just about a week ago. They made it a matching challenge, and we had to have an answer today. I emailed the governor's office. I said, I got this opportunity. They took 24 hours. They turned it around and said, let's do it. And together, we have been able to put together this $800,000 gift to the Appalachia Service Project, a trusted housing partner across this region. They know us, they are us. So it's a wonderful opportunity and example of what's possible. So thank you all. Thank you, Governor.
so when we talk about this land that's just been purchased, you can see where it is, right? While it is in this county, it's going to provide an opportunity for families from the region. And the most incredible thing I've seen about our local leadership, our judges and our mayors, is they have put any county lines aside, any city lines aside, caring most that people get in a safe, good location. And that is really special. And it's that type of leadership that's absolutely necessary in the toughest of times. But remember, this is only the first of announcements we hope to make in each of the counties that have been hit. Now, we always see the worst in a natural disaster like this when it's happening, but we always see God in the response. People helping people. I saw Santa Claus still handing out meals down the street. But the very best of humanity is what we see when we put everything we argued about yesterday aside, because we care a whole lot about each other and our well-being than any of that stuff. So, Eastern Kentucky, we love you, and I want you to hear from some of your local officials that have been working on this overall plan with us since back to one of the biggest meetings I think many of us have ever sat in, where we brought in every state, every federal partner that could play any type of role on this. And your judges, your folks, talked about the need and the plight, and we all advocated to do something new and different and special. And that's what we're starting today. So, Judge, you want to kick us off?
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your commitment to continue to stand with us, to get our communities built back stronger, get our people back what they so much deserve. I see a lot of folks here in the audience here that have spent countless hours working to get people what they need. There's people I see here that have put forth funding from our local communities, that have already got families back into their homes to get repairs made. I'm forever grateful to Sean Adams and Miss Tammy here for their commitment. They've kind of become friends of mine for some time now, for years back. So
Now, Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
I tell you, that's right. But we're excited about the new development. We appreciate the commitment from the county judges and mayors from the surrounding areas for their leadership, for their partnership, teamwork to continue to build our communities back. So many of you guys, while you were without, were still reaching out to us, offering assistance when our people was in need. And see our Magistrate Waddles back here, Calvin Waddles, District 4. Appreciate him for his leadership. Eddie Jacobs, we're excited to tell you about Jacobs Hall here sometime afterwards.
All right.
We'll fill you in about that a little later. But I thank Eddie Jacobs for his commitment, his phone calls, the long meetings we've had to work on new projects. Representative Blanton with us. He is he's been a true leader for us. He has stood up. He's willing to take our phone calls, listen to our needs, and he's not afraid to bring our needs up to make sure they're met. But it's your superintendent here. He's been dealt with a lot throughout these last several months. 42 lives, did you say? 43 lives that we've lost. I think about 21 of them was here in Knott County. And some of those were children that were in his school system. And I know that these children have been devastated, struggling. Now that school's back in session, and they're taking it pretty rough. A lot of their friends that they are used to being with each day is no longer with us. So, our heart goes out to the superintendent for his plan and his staff for their commitment to make sure that the children are well taken care of. I would like to say that the Knott County Sportsplex at the frigid temperatures, as the governor was speaking about earlier, we'll be opening the Sportsplex up Thursday night for a warming shelter in case individuals need a place to come to stay in the in the warmth, so we're happy to offer that up. But appreciate you, Tim Bates, see you standing there, for your commitment, everything you've done. But there's so many, no doubt, probably left out. Heather here, she's been a huge asset to us, and the sheriff, he's over in the corner hiding over there, but our sheriff, he has worked diligently to honor his commitment for our communities and their needs. But like I said, there's many people probably leaving out here, but we're thankful, beyond grateful for your guys' commitment, and we look forward to what the future holds and build a better community. Thank you, guys.
Any of our other judges want to say a word? Come on up, Judge.
Governor, thanks for coming to Eastern Kentucky. I'm the county judge executive here in Letcher County, neighbor in Knott County, and I just want to say that we appreciate the governor's office. The staff from the last of July till present has been at our side, and we do appreciate that. In all of our region, you know, it hit us all hard, this flood did, and we needed help. It's hard to ask for help sometimes here in Eastern Kentucky because we're a proud region, but this is something that we can't do alone. From the federal level to the state to other judges in the region, you know, we've all come together and for the betterment of our people, and I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you all.
I'll be brief, but I do want to thank you, Governor. You know, the tone here is together. Everyone that spoke is together. There's no county lines. A lot of the folks in Floyd County that we had come to our community shelter or our community center was folks coming from Knott County, right there on the county line. We never turned anyone away. We've taken care of everyone. So there are no county lines. We had a historic disaster, but we've had historic support, not only from our state officials, but nationally. We've had folks step up. And again, Governor, thank you. I can't thank you enough. Today we had a toy drive for the kids at Jenny Wiley State Park. ARH showed up down there and donated $295,000 to those families. That's awesome. And $5,000 per family that's displaced. And that's great. Governor, thank you. I appreciate everything you do for us.
I'm Ray Jones, Pike County Judge Executive, and you know this has been a tough few months. Pike County's been hit 4 times. We've had 4 disaster declarations in about 2 years. The Beshear administration has been nothing less than remarkable in their efforts to help us. On the morning of this flood event on July 28th, it's a day that none of us will ever forget. I was standing at the mouth of Long Fork in water, watching the water come up, and my cell phone rang. It was 7:30. It was Governor Beshear, and he said, "What do you need?" And that started the ball rolling. And working with Rocky, Governor Beshear's entire staff, our legislative delegation. Interestingly, my state representative, where I live in Pike County, is Representative Blanton. You know, my part of Pike County borders up against Knott County and Floyd County, and we're all in this together. I want to say one thing. Judge Dobson has done a truly remarkable job. And I want to say that because his house was flooded. A lot of people may not know that. And he put his own family's needs aside to step up for the people of Knott County. Not many people would do that. It's truly remarkable. But it's been a team effort. Everybody in this room is here, Republican, Democrat, regardless of county lines, regardless of cities, and we work together. And it shows what we can do as a region if we work together. And Governor, God bless you and your family for what you've done. Thank you.
Come on up.
First of all, I want to thank the governor for coming today. I still had mud on my shoes, and I finally got a call, but we didn't just, when this thing happened, I lost phone service at 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go up the road a quarter mile, couldn't go down the road a quarter mile. But finally, when I was able to get to the courthouse, and that was on Friday, I'd got a call with the governor, and he, what's going on? But even before the mud dried on my shoes, him and Rocky and his staff was at our county. What can we do? And I've never been more proud of being a Kentuckian in my life, in such turmoil. I mean, we had and we still got a mess. I started hearing about my neighbors missing, gone, and we still got one that's missing, but we've not give up. And that's the hardest thing. It really is. And maybe, we can bring closure to this family. But again, and it's not been about where does Breathitt County line in, where does the city limit it. We're Eastern Kentucky proud, and we're Eastern Kentucky strong. And by what's happening today just shows what can happen if we work together. And I'm just thankful that we do have your all's leadership right now. I'm a personal friend with Jeff and these other judges, and I'm not going to start calling names because I'll leave somebody out. But, we do talk. What's going on? What are you all doing about this? What are you doing about personal property? What's FEMA doing here? It's been a joint effort. And I just thank God that we have you all for leadership and guidance and doing what we can do for all of Eastern Kentucky. And I thank you. I wish you and your family Merry Christmas.
And I want to take a moment and then turn it over to them to very personally thank your two state representatives that are here today. In the aftermath of this, we had the most nonpartisan special session in my lifetime. People coming together, trying to do the right thing, knowing that it was only a first step, but we would not be able to engage in this endeavor. We would have not been able to be working on these potential properties for the past several months to identify them, to negotiate with them, if we did not have that Eastern Kentucky Safe Fund. And that's a conversation that we had as it was being passed. So let me turn it over to your two state representatives here today.
Thank you so much, Governor. And I represent Letcher Pike and Harlan counties. I'm Angie Hatton. And I know, and I hope everyone else here knows, that we have had the most amazing support from Frankfort, from the governor and from his entire staff. That has it has been above and beyond every single day, every single need we've had, and we couldn't have possibly been where we're at to make an announcement like this today without them and without the generous donors and without organizations like Fakey and Habitat for Humanity, and I've always been proud to be an Eastern Kentuckian, and just when I think I can't get any prouder, something like this happens. So looking forward to announcements like this in other counties too. Thank you all so much.
I'm Representative John Blanton. I represent the 92nd District, which is Magoffin, Knott, and Pike counties, part of Pike County. I want to begin by thanking the governor as well, but not only the governor, but all of his staff. They've been readily available to us. One of the only disasters, at least that I've been a part of, even with my background with the state police, where so many of the cabinets in state government has been impacted and involved. It's been amazing and how they've all came together, and we have all truly worked together for the betterment of Eastern Kentucky and our region. I was very honored to be able to carry House Bill 1 in the special session that put $212 million in the East Kentucky Safe Fund to get us started. You notice I'm using the word started, right? And I said that in the press conference. There's more to do. There's more to come. I've already been looking at ways. I've had meetings with the governor and his staff, and thank you, Governor, for being willing to meet with me and work with me. But we have to work on our housing issue. We have to continue forward. We've got them in some temporary places. We had to do that before winter gets here. Now we have to start focusing on the long-term recovery, and that includes housing for those that do not have. And you have my commitment. You have my commitment to work forward and including this upcoming session and how we begin to address and we begin to fund those needs. A huge thank you to Sean and Tammy for their generous donation that they've made to the people, not just of Knott County, but of this region. Now, the governor quoted some scripture, but I'm going to paraphrase some scripture. The Bible teaches us, if I use King James, but if you have a cloak and your brother don't have, if you have two and your brother don't have one, to give one. They have the opportunity to give to someone in need, and that's exactly what they're doing. You talk about the epitome of fulfilling Scripture. That's what the Adamses are doing here. They don't have to do this. It's because of their love of humanity and mankind and their neighbors that they're doing this. So please join me once again for a big round of applause. I want to say, you could say it's easy for us as government officials to give out monies that comes through revenues, but how challenging is it to give out of your own pocket, out of your own assets, to people you don't even know? Folks, those people need to be looked up to. If your child needs somebody to put up as someone to look up to, it'd be the Adamses, right? Thank you to all of our judges, Judge Jones, Judge Dobson, all you judges that I work with in my district and surrounding, Judge Williams. Many of you all, just about every one of you all, I've talked to during this process. And it has been a collaborative effort across county lines. I hope one of the things I've been preaching since I've been here is we have to break down these invisible barriers called county lines. Now, we're having to do it because of a natural disaster, but let's continue to do it beyond the disaster. I've been pushing for 6 years now for a Kentucky Rural Jobs Act to bring economic development in East Kentucky. Not only do we need to build housing, but now is the time we come together. Forget about your county lines. I don't care what county it goes in, but let's bring industry to Eastern Kentucky. Let's put our people back to work that want to work, because we are true, hardworking, dedicated men and women who love Eastern Kentucky. We don't want to go somewhere else to work. And there's no reason, I will argue, we have the workforce when we get the companies here, and I believe that the governor is committed to working with me on that as well, to bring industry along with housing into Eastern Kentucky. Thank you, Governor.
And pretty exciting today. We're talking about the first piece of land to begin that full-on building, not just rebuilding, but also optioning additional land here and everywhere else that we can bring so much of that economic development. Mayors, y'all have been patient. It's getting really hot. Anybody want to say just a few words? Okay. Best speech of the day. Thank y'all. Listen, thank y'all. God bless. There's a lot more work to do, but I can't tell you from our cabinet secretaries and Rocky and so many people up here how much work it's taken to get to this moment, but it's because of this couple that we are here. So it's not Thursday yet, but I'm certainly going to name both Santa and Mrs. Claus and these two as our Team Kentucky All-Stars. Thank you all very much.